What happened to Fnaf? Once one of the most praised horror games ever, has now fallen into mediocrity. Well, the culprit is actually Steelwall Studios. Well, not exactly, but I'll get into that a bit later. I thought for the game's 10-year anniversary we could have a look into its history. So this is Scott Cawthon. He's a game dev and he's also broke. Now, Scott made quite a few games, The Desolate Room, The Desolate Hope, and most importantly to this story, except for Fnaf, Chipper & Sons Lumber Co. Now, on Chipper & Sons there are many bad reviews. Many saying the mechanics were bad, some just saying the whole game was bad, but mainly, he got quite a few reviews saying that his characters were too scary. So Scott decided if he can make scary characters, then he's going to make a scary game. And that's how Fnaf was made. Pretty cool, right? And seeing the success from Five Nights at Freddy's, he couldn't give up there. He had to retain this success. So he made a sequel, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And that game did even better. So he decided to keep making sequels until he just couldn't anymore. So in that time period, he made FNAF 2, FNAF 3, FNAF 4, FNAF This Location, FNAF 6 and Ultimate Custom Night. And that was the end of FNAF. But a small while after UCN's release, a new studio came to the light and we were told they were going to make the FNAF games from now on. And we were all hyped. A big studio being able to make new versions of all of our favourite characters. But then Help Wanted released, and we were all confused. Because it was not, in fact, a normal FNAF game, it was a VR game. Now that mystery studio was Steelwall Studios, and the VR game they released was Help Wanted. Now you see, Help Wanted was received quite well, unlike Steelwall's next FNAF game, Security Breach. Security Breach was a buggy mess at launch. Now Steelwall managed to fix some of the glitches, but by doing so, they made more. It was an infinite cycle of removing glitches by adding more, and that meant the game wasn't received very well. The game was called the worst FNAF game to date, and it had earned that title through just being absolutely horrible. It had a bad story. Its main villain, Vanny, had most of her appearances cut. So the game just became, game tells you to go somewhere, you go there. You get an item, you go somewhere else. You get an item there, you go somewhere else. You break an animatronic, you go somewhere else. And it goes like that over and over. But Steelwall's next FNAF game showed that they can make good games in this franchise. Help Wanted 2 was Steelwall's way of showing that they can be good for this franchise. But I'm not sure. Do you think that Help Wanted 2 redeemed Security Breach? Or do you think that Steelwall has ruined this franchise? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.